Now, niyyah, the intention of salam. Should one make an intention before do salam? What do you think? Do we need to make an intention of doing salam? The Hanabila said, yes. He should have an intention to leave. Like he has the intention to enter the salah, he should have intention to leave the salah. He should make that, and not just for one salam, because both are rukun. His intention should be both salams. Or else his salah will be void. Now, this is a very harsh view, and I'm sure many of the Hanabila will say, no, we don't believe that, because this is true. Many of the Hanabila, they don't agree with the view that your salah will be void. But there is a view in the madhab exists. It may not be, fatwa may not be on it, but it tells you the importance of it. The fatwa of Hanabila, as far as I know, your salah will still be valid if you did the action, even if you didn't make the specific intention for it. And I think this is probably the better view. This agrees with the Jamhur as well, and most of the Hanabila as well. Shafi'is, they say you don't need to make an intention, because when you entered salah, you made intention for all actions of the salah. So you don't need to specify an action. The fact that you do the action, all the actions, that would be sufficient for you. And Malikis, they agree with the Shafis on this one. It is not a rukun, it's not a fard to make a niyyah for it. All right, Allahu Alam, at best it would be preferred that you do it. Yeah. What do you think about Ahnaf? They say the salam is not fard. Yeah. Do you think the niyyah of is going to be fard? No. Going back to what we said, am I going too fast? Okay. Going back to what we said about when a person does salam, I mentioned the Malikis, right? I said Imam does salam, his intention is the people with him, the angels, the Muslim jinn, humans, all of them, yeah? Hanabila, they originally, I believe the view of the madhab is that salam is fard. There is no proof that you need to do salam to, you need to make intention for salam to the one on your right and then left and the angels and the hafadha and the jinns, Muslim jinns. It's important to say that, because if you didn't make the intention, you did the salam, you had the niyyah of salam. If you are Hanbali, let's say, you did the salam, oh, I forgot to have the intention of the jinns. It doesn't affect your salah. Yeah. The Hanabila, they said you don't really need. You need to do the salam, and all who you are doing it is just, it's not important at this point. But the other Hanbalis, and I think later Hanbalis, they said it is allowed to make an intention to do salam to the Imam, or for the Imam to those who behind them, and the angels and your hafadha and so on. You are allowed to do it, there is no harm in it. You can intend that. And there's a hadith from Samura bin Jundub, radiyallahu anhu. He said, أمرنا النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أن نرد على الإمام وأن يسلم بعضنا على بعض. That we should reply to the Imam, his salam, and we should do salam on each other. Hadith is in Sunan Abi Dawood, but hadith has weakness. This hadith doesn't reach a level to argue with those who say there is no proof for it. Okay? It has weakness in it. Some of the Hanabila, some of the Hanabila have a middle view on it, and it's a very beautiful view. They say the first salam, the intention should be to leave the salah, and second salam intention should be who's around you and the malaika and the jinn and the hafala. Yeah, that's also a view in the madhab. I don't think personally, even though I'm nobody, but I don't think it is too important for a person to consider his intention of who he's doing salam for or to. Because there is a hadith in Bukhari where Abdullah bin Mas'ud radhiyallahu ta'ala anhu, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam is teaching him at-tahiyyatu lillahi was-salawatu wat-tayyibatu was-salamu alayka ayyuhan nabiyyu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh was-salamu alayna wa ala ibadillahi salihin until the end. Then Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, أنكم إذا فعلتم ذلك, if you did that, فقد سلمت على كل عبد لله صالح في السماء والأرض. If you did that, you have done salam on every salih slave of Allah in the sky and the heaven and the earth. So you've done the salam. And I don't think you would ever gonna. This is good for knowledge. If you go to our next level of learning, bi'idhnillah, maybe it will become more useful then. But in general, so even if intention of salam is not there, your salah is not affected. Yeah, and if it even is there, even if it's there in the first one, not the second one, even Allah forgive us our salah. After salam, we remember that we have done the salam. Our khushu and khudu, Allah put the satar on us. Anyway, Ahnaf, they say, if Imam is on the right, then the intention to do the salam for the Imam should be the first one, because he's on the right. But if Imam's on the left, then the intention for the reply of the Imam should be on the second salam, on the left. But Imam in the middle, right in front of you, then both salam you should do intention for Imam to reply his salam. Okay? The question is, if you are responding to Imam, right? He did what? He says, Assalamu alaikum. So why don't we say, Wa alaikum assalam? We should say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, then Wa alaikum assalam. Yeah? Except the Maliki madhab, okay? All madhab agree that it's only proven the Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. You don't, because it's ibadah. End of the day, it is ibadah. Ibadah is not done by calculations and done by your own pocket. Ibadah is done as is being narrated, as it is, it's tawqifi. That's the word. The ibadah is tawqifi. The way the ruling is, you don't use your brain in it. Yeah? Good. But there are few Malikis, the one who say 3 salams, they say one of the salam is alaykum as-salam, wa alaykum as-salam. So those who do 3, the first one is to leave the salah, assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullah. Second one is to answer to the Imam, wa alaykum as-salam. Third one is for the people, assalamu alaykum. Yeah? I have heard recently of a person who did that in a masjid and loudly freaked the hell out of people. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa alaikum assalam. Imagine he did that in Pakistani masjid. It'd be janazah after the salah. Oh, that reminds me. Subhanallah. The Hanabila, they say 2 salam is fard. Yeah? But this is for fard salah only. But for your nafil salah, or janazah salah, or if someone is doing sajda of shukr or tilawa, they say 1 salam is enough. So if you go to haram, you pray janazah, you only hear 1 salam, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And all the Pakistanis doing assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Yeah. 1 salam is enough, they say, for janazah, etc. In salah, 2 is fard. In non-salah, or nafil salah as well, they say 1 is fard. If someone did 1, his salah would be okay. Like the other madhab, they say it's okay. Yeah? End of Tasleem. Any question before I move on to Tama'nina? Do we have time? How much time is salah? 11 o'clock? Good. Is it? You don't want to continue?
I do. I have a question here. Now, when the Imam says Salaamu Alaikum Rahmatullah and you are behind him and you follow, do you follow after both is done, or do you follow after 1 and then you do it, and after you do the second then you do the second? And then also, do you have to say it yourself, or can the Imam saying it is enough?
No, you have to say. Well, it depends if you're Hanafi. But you have to say something, some word. This is Hanafi view, huh? Ahnaf say that to leave the salah, after tahiyyat is done, you leave the salah. It requires an action of the musalli to leave, an intention. If that intention was kya his Ahnaf says salah is done, because Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said after tahiyyat faqad tammat salatuk, is complete. So they say this action is for leaving. The proper way of leaving of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is to do with salam. The question is, if you did something else, would you still, you wouldn't have, because for them it's sunnah, they say you wouldn't have followed the sunnah, but you have left the salah. Ahnaf say, salah is complete after tashahhud. To leave the salah requires an action or a talk. Now, how do you leave? The sunnah is assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. But if someone said something else with the intention to leave, his salah would be, or any intention, they say that, and that freaks the hell out of people. It freaks people out, because they are trying to prove a point here. They're saying your salah, after you've done your tashahhud, you have now completed salah. You need an action to leave. Sunnah is assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. But they said if someone did intentionally some other talk or action in intention to leave the salah with it, then his salah is left. Even some ulama of the Ahnaf said, even intentionally if he did hadath to leave, because salah is finished, that intention of leaving the salah could be even, he said, salah is already completed, the leaving of salah may happen even to, not that a person should do that. Some people, they take this and they go, oh, the Hanaf, disrespect. There is a point behind it. Now, what was your question? I got carried away, didn't I?
Or when do you say salah was? At the same time?
No. You have to follow the Imam. Once the Imam has completed his first salam, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, then you say assalamu alaikum. It's the same as takbir. Now, when we're doing takbir, we discussed at what point all the scholars, they said Allahu Akbar, he finishes, you start Allahu Akbar. Ahnaf, what did they say?
As soon as Allah starts.
No, they said the same. But they said if someone started, Imam goes Allahu Akbar, like some of our Imams do. So if he was Allah and he started Allah, but he must not finish before the Imam. So if Imam says, Allahu Akbar, and as soon as he starts, he goes, Allahu Akbar. That's not acceptable. He may start after the Imam, but he must finish. So he has two options. To start as soon as the Imam has started and he heard, he may start. But his Allahu Akbar must be behind Imam, not finished before him. Best would be Allahu Akbar, and he goes Allahu Akbar. Yeah, he doesn't need to mesh the Allahu Akbar of the Imam. Same with Salam. Yeah, but other madhahib, they say Allahu Akbar, like Takbir. You finish, Imam has said it, you say it. Imagine Imam is saying Assalamu alaikum, you say Assalamu alaikum before he even says Assalamu alaikum. Well, who are you replying to? He goes Assalamu alaikum, like, Pakistan, Zindabad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. People have already reached Hazrat Aswad. You've seen in the Haram, one day I was praying, like Hazrat Aswad here, and in my salah, my heart's like, oh, I have a chance today. It was Sudesh leading. He goes, Assalam. And I nearly got pushed with the people, and I finished my salah, waiting for Shaykh to finish his salah. There was no chance. I was almost stampeded. It's like people are mad. None of the salah was done. Imam hasn't even said Assalamu yet, and they all ran. What sort of jahl is this?